few years ago, everyone in the world was loaded and into this sort of bling stuff. But then the computers crashed and all the money was deleted. So now there's nowhere near as much as there was. It mainly affected money outside the banks because they'd backed most of theirs up, so they could still print it out on banknotes. But the rest of us have to do austerity until our money comes back, which is taking ages. Basically, with austerity, you spend less on stuff you don't need, like art installations or pavements. Not everyone's into it, like the disabled keep moaning about the benefits being taken away, but they can still make money by doing Paralympics or getting mugged outside their own home.
It's hard to care about austerity because it's not like a tornado or an explosion where you can see pictures of it on the news and go, oh dear, that's their life's ruined, and then rewind it and watch it again. Austerity is sort of invisible, like a gas, but a gas that kills money. And there's not much to show on the news except things that are closed or sort of maths things or food banks, which are like NatWest for peas.
Oxfam says the wealthiest 1% will soon own more than the rest of the world's population.
I suppose it's a bit gutting seeing the 1% people put up the nice tall pointy buildings while everyone else is sort of coughing to death in knackered old hospitals on the ground. But with a lot of the 1%ers, it's not their fault they're in the 1%. They were just born there. They've literally done nothing to put themselves in the 1%, so picking on them is literally the same as racism.
Since the money crisis began, loads of European countries have been skint, but Greece, right, got totally skint. So basically, Germany lent them loads of money, like wonga, but in German, which is vonga. The Greek economy had to undergo IMF treatment and do tons of austerity, like really austerity the fuck out of itself. After a while, they didn't want to keep up the repayments, so they invented a new government who didn't believe in money.
There's uncertainty in Europe tonight after Greece voted in an anti-austerity government.
After the Greeks stopped believing in money, the Spanish stopped believing in it too. And now the Eurozone people are worried everyone might stop believing in it and it'll disappear. And we'll have to barter with, like, sticks or, like, I don't know, handfuls of soil instead of using bank cards. Which would be tragic because they've only just invented that contactless payment thing.
They said austerity left Greece devastated, but it's hard to tell because the footage was all people sitting around and things looking a bit half-finished and political graffiti on the walls, which is what Greece looked like anyway back in 2002 when I went there with my mate Paul. He fell off a scooter and took all the skin off his palms. That's not relevant, but it stuck in my head and I don't think the sight of it will ever leave me, to be honest.